So this video is just a quick reveal of the book that I'm putting up next week on my live stream to give away to some lucky recipient. It's, I think, about 140, 160 pages, something like that. It's a hardback book that I made. Listen to that. That's a sturdy book. It is masonite backing with a fabric cover, which I have painted in a custom blend and then antiqued with some cool looking stuff. It's got some raised designs on the front cover. The back cover is just kind of old and grungy looking, so you won't feel bad about, well, grunging it up yourself, right? I've antiqued it a little bit around the edges here. I created this thing to clip it together with because after a while you're going to need to hold it together with something, right? Anyhow, this book is brown, as you can see. You open it up and it has a nice big pocket inside the front cover. You can put a lot of stuff in there. There's a postcard I made and a booklet that I sewed together. And it predominantly has a lot of map stuff and other just random pages in here. Anyway, there's some stitching on this and on the backing for that, which I thought looked kind of cool. The front plate is, you could put your name right there, kind of a cool tree here. I printed this off Nick, the booksmith shop on Etsy. She also has a Teachable account, which is where I learned how to make these books at. It's the pages are bound into a fabric spine, which has been custom designed so it doesn't look boring, in my mind anyway. There are a ton of blank pages in here. There are some pieces out of old books that I have, well, kind of cannibalized. There's some old encyclopedia pages. Everything is vintage and tea-stained, or really, in my mind, pretty cool looking. It doesn't show very well in camera, but in person there's a lovely design here. This book would be perfect for taking on the road with you. You could journal in it every night, keep track of what you've done. You could write down your plans for future road trips. You could write down what you want to do with your garden next year. You could keep track of who you meet while you're on the road. It's kind of what I tend to do with mine. I keep one of my saddlebags and keep track of expenditures to some extent, and you know, who I meet, where I get stickers, what I liked, what I didn't like, that sort of thing. I found some math pages in a book for technical men, which I thought was pretty funny, so I put some of those pages in here. I'm never sure what the technical women might have done, but Anyway, there's a lot of different pages in here, but they're all very sturdy, and they are hand sewn in by me onto that spine that we have already talked about. And there's some maps in here. I don't know that that would be much good these days, but I just thought it was a cool effect. There's a paper clip in here with a little button that looks kind of neat. There's some aeronautical? I don't know. I think it was from an old Boeing textbook. So I just thought it was cool, so I put that in there too. Somebody got me an almanac, so I thought you needed to have a piece of that in there. But look at all these pages just waiting for you to write something on them. And then there's this thought. Be careful. Inventing dangerous machines. There's a couple pieces of old music which are folded over, and you could tuck something up in there. Like I said, it's really great for keeping track of your stickers, your budget. I've thrown a few envelopes in here. See, here's another envelope. It's already got some stuff in it. It's really an old prescription bag. And I bound it into the book, and I cut the other end off too. You'll see that right here. And you can put things in it. I know, isn't that cool? Tea stained, so it matches everything else. When you see pink pages, it's generally because they have been used, or I have used avocado skin to stain these ones with. the other part of that music. Some more aerodynamic stuff. What is that, a fulcrum? Oh, no. Mechanical advantages of a lever, depending on how you want, where you're from, I guess. Talks about the advantages of gears. So see, if you're bored, you could read about that. Or here's a bit from a typewriting book. You could read about typewriting. I know everybody knows how to keyboard now, but people from my age, some of us, if we didn't take the typing class, which I did not, yeah. But yeah, so there's also some ledger paper. I just think this looks really cool the way it turned out after I tea stained it. There are a number of pages in here that have pockets that are put in using tracing paper and some stitching on my sewing machine. So there's nice pockets there, some little bitty pockets there, a guy on his motorcycle. And this kind of gives you a view of what the cloth spine looks like behind all these signatures. And remember, signatures are groups of pages that are sewn together. Different type of ledger paper. I can't remember what book I got this out of, but it was an old ladies magazine of some type. But I thought it was funny because it had a Santa Flush advertisement in there. Index for something or other. Some more little pockets. Interesting pictures. I like this one because she kind of looked like my mom. She's riding a turtle. Can you see that? Isn't that weird? But yeah, so Nick the Booksmith on Teachable. Her class was easy to take, and with a little bit of practice, you too could be creating these lovely books. I have a lot of fun doing this. This is a piece of lace, a little bit more machine stitching. Some people leave the little ends off of the sewing, and it kind of runs and looks kind of messy. So I tend to cut that off on my books. It's also hard to keep track of which is the sewn end that you want to keep and which one you don't. So I always wind up cutting them all off anyway. But anyway, like I said, that's the book. And if you are the lucky recipient, I will get it to you in the mail. You just have to contact me by Facebook Messenger or however else you might know how to get a hold of me. And I will be looking to hear from you if you are the lucky winner. And the best way to make sure that you are is to be sure you're subscribed to my channel with the bell turned on and leave me a comment on this video or any of the latest videos. I've been going through all of them for the last year, and the people that comment on them are getting entered in the drawing, and the people that have subbed since my channel started a few years ago have all been placed in the drawing. But if you want to get in on the running, it wouldn't hurt to make sure you're subscribed and drop me a comment and maybe a thumbs up, okay? You can also share this video or any of my videos with your friends so that you could expose them to the wonderfulness that is me. Wow, that's not conceited much. Anyhow, I really do hope you win. There'll be maybe another prize or two that I wrangle together before then anyway. I'd like the person that wins this to actually be in the live stream. That would be fun. But, yeah, I'm going to give away something to people in the audience. And if this goes to somebody that's not in the audience, then, yeah, we'll do one for somebody that's actually in the live stream chatting. Okay? Okay. Well, anyway, I'm probably going to give this one away. And then I'm going to give another one away. So anyway, next Tuesday, 5:30 Tacoma time. Be there, be square, people. You know what to do.